Good morning or good evening, everybody. Zinthar here again with some more Sunless Skies. Stukka isn't joining us just yet. He might turn up later. We'll see how he goes. Daylight savings has kicked in for me, so it is currently 8:30 at night, which is a little bit unfortunate, but we'll work through it. How's the Spittoon has replaced it? That's unfortunate. I may have to look at getting that back. But if we ever make partner, we won't. We'd get more emote slots so we could have more, but we will have to see how that goes, I guess. As we continue our epic tale of sunless skies. I didn't make a mistake. You made a mistake. It's fine. Don't worry about it. Oh, dear, dear. As always, I'm going to have to spend 10 to 20 minutes remembering what the hell I was doing. We have full health, decent crew, good cargo hold. I do like my emote. It's good. I am Loot Goblin Man who cannot sit up straight. And I also play a goblin in our D&D game, so that's a thing. What do we have here? Currently, we have a pretty decent black jape. I'll bring thee to ashes upon the earth in sight of all. An automatic shotgun which compensates in efficiency for what it lacks in power. Many a skyfarer has found themselves distributed widely and puddly after underestimating the black jape. Double the armor. I really should get better armor, but that should be fine. We need bronzewood for Parliament. We need literature for Avid Horizon, literature for Palmier and Plenty, and nectar for Magdalens. Well, we can certainly get nectar. That's pretty easy. We have 6,432 dollaries. Or sovereigns, rather. How goes the war? The slow burning war for the Reach forms the backdrop to daily life in New Winchester. Citizens wishing to keep up with developments in the war turn to the New Gazette. It is famously the only newspaper worth reading in New Winchester, as well as the only paper that hasn't bankrupted itself. Its quality speaks for itself. The Windward Company continue to press their advantage, seemingly in response to the Assembly's perceived complacency. The acting government on Port Prosper suffered a coup late Monday evening when the cabinet was arrested at the Admiral Nelson, the temporary headquarters of the government. The Windward Company has regained control of civilian government and is encouraging other ports to fight back against the Tackety tyranny. I see. With the repelling of the Windward Company forces at the New Winchester, the Assembly has moved swiftly to consolidate its gains throughout the Reach. A region-wide sleep for London collaborators is ongoing. Port Prosper remains in Company hands, however, and shows no signs of conceding. No worries, Night Owl. Thank you for showing up anyway. Always a pleasure to have you. Do I have a reputation now? Your name does not appear in any of the Tackety-focused reporting on the war. Apparently you are not considered worthy of comment. There's no mention of you among the stories about the stovepipes. Recent's fortune. You are not of interest to them. Yes, thankfully I have managed to keep a mostly low profile throughout this. Souls for Port Prosper? Lord Blank of Port Prosper requires 3 consignments of souls for an infernally themed party to celebrate his diamond wedding anniversary. The quality of souls is immaterial, and their function will be purely decorative. God save the Queen, etc. Prosper lies to the east of New Winchester. What of the bank? What's in the bank? So we have 5 bronzewood, and we have an ambition for bronzewood. How much do they need? Well, that should prove useful. We shall load up on this. We'll pay for 3 consignments of more recent ministry-approved literature. Well, we have our literature for them. That leaves us with precious little fuel. Well, we must complete our mission. So the first stop is obviously going to be London then. Bronzewood for Parliament, and Words in the Wind literature for the average horizon. We will clear these 2 prospects post-wit. Our target is the Albion Transit Relay. We shall make a good progress this day towards the Moloch class liner, where we shall bring the infernal beast of brass and steam to bear against our opponents. We are unfortunately going to have to run rather light. And the less crew I have on board, the better. We should be able to maintain a skeleton crew, feed them as little as possible to keep our supplies going. And I only have 1 nightmare now, so I'm actually doing quite good. Much better than sometimes when I play. Test firing complete. Careful, there's marauders around here. Is there such? I'll trade some sky stories for some supplies. Settlers who live so far beyond the edge of civilization relish the hardship of solitude. They will fiercely defend their small territories, but occasionally welcome company and trade. The homestead is warm and welcoming in the wide night. Its windows are gilded with lamplight. A sturdy settler beckons you in. Well, thank you, Night Owl. I will take that water break.
Oh, grumble.
Oh, thank you so much, Night Owl. $200 biddies. Yes. They do indeed give more benefits than drawbacks. I'm not running a complete skeleton crew, I am keeping it reasonable. But too many mouths to feed is not good for me. Another settlement? Ah, yes. Cache of Curiosities. Settlers who live so far beyond the edge of civilization... Oh, yeah, of course. The hull of an old train has been broken up and used as a building for this homestead. The farmhouse chimney once belonged to a locomotive and disproportionately large for the tiny house. Well, I'll trade them an uncanny specimen for some curiosities. One otherworldly artifact. That's a considerable downgrade. Excuse you, Mr. Enduring Dreadnought. I'd like to keep your distance, please. Let's dock, refuel, resupply, and be on our way. I do need nectar, but I'm afraid I'll have to come back this way. I can't remember if I need barrels of hours now. Nothing to declare. I do need how many? 2 barrels of unseasoned hours. I'm going to have to sacrifice fuel for it. A dangerous game. Perhaps not fuel. Perhaps I will sacrifice. Yes, I will definitely have to sacrifice some food for it. The men can eat each other. I'm sure that won't go badly. We'll sell one of these each. No, we'll keep the fuel, sell off that. Buy 2 barrels of hours. Yes, yes, nothing to declare. And off to Albion we go. Straight to the floating parliament first, I believe. And then the serene mausoleum. We do still have a bit to explore down here as well. I can afford to be slightly more reckless. You know, I swore there is a port here somewhere. The Barbers on Work World. Brabazon world, whatever it is. Maybe I am mistaken. At least there's a little bit more of the map cleared out now. Some abandoned stuff. Let's see what a casket has for us. Oh, 56 sovereigns, very nice. Scribe Spinster. Oof, just taking these to the face right now. Yes, that's what you get. We'll recover some sheaves of parchment, I believe. 250 experience from that. And a bit of terror. Hello, Wenchbane. It's nice having such a strong locomotive now. I can actually withstand fights like that. And just make all the mistakes in the world, because it's been a moment since I've done the combat in this game. And I got a ministry stamp permit for that. Caddies of dried tea. Afraid they only have supplies for us. Suppose we could buy a couple of caddies of tea. Try and sell it off at London. We'll go via London, and then we'll head up to the Most Serene Mausoleum. Possibly see what's going on around over here. I do need to check. Just double check that that's going to the right place. Ah, literature for the Avid Horizon, sorry. But I think I need to buy some of that. Pretty sure that's where they sell it. So it'll actually be London, and then the Avid Horizon is just off this direction. We might find a new route through here, I think. Yes. Swanson's Wit, 69 nice experience gained. I did not know this was just one big loop. I'm a very good pilot. The stink of rust and scrap iron. Certainly hope I've got the fuel for this. Lights out for a time. Yeah, I'll make it. Barely, but I'll make it. London's End, a Stukka notes, or its beginning, I suppose, depends on where you were going. Down through London itself. Goodness, this place gets confusing. The vagabond inhales a hearty dose of smog. Good for the lungs, Captain. Oops, wrong travel. I will say, though, that at least in Sunless seas, you did occasionally see a trading ship going from port to port. Here, they're only ever like background characters. Parliamentary undercrop again. Enough tea to fuel the sun. Select this prospect. How much tea? 3 caddies of dried tea. I think I bought 7. I can sell 2 here, 3 here, and take the rest up there. Or I can just carry this up there, I guess. Well, I am going that way. I'll store some of it away, actually. Store 4, keep 3, purchase some more fuel. And supplies. That should be enough. Can afford the goneril. Movement speed 115, fuel consumption 130. Full steam speed 150%. Extra acceleration. $3,000, you say? I think it's still worth not doing that. I only need 6,000 more, and I can afford that. Lose 1, gain 1. 30 extra hull, 1 extra slot. We shall keep it in mind. Right, we needed to search for the verdant fragment with the driver anyway. Unfortunately, I'm too full in order to do anything else. Oh, that's fine. We'll continue on our way. We are aiming for the home bureau in the avid horizon. Welbury Juxtamere is where we get our ministry-approved literature from. So if we go Home Bureau, Welbury Juxtamere, back to London for a refuel, Clockwork Sun, and then back to the Reach Transit Relay. That should be a reasonable route, I believe. You can also pick up some pork reports while we're at it. Looking down, you can see all the strata of London banded below you. Can I exit through there? No, I have to go right around. A marauder. Let's just repair the hull. A glorious dreadnought fighting a something. Yeah, that hurt a little bit. More hull repairs. Onwards. He's a little crazy. I don't think he means me no harm. He does not. Yes, resound. The Well of the Wolf. These buildings date to the first foundation of Albion. Now they are home only to shadows and wind. Hello, Inevitable Geometry. Good to see you. London has left this place behind. Few who come here now. Unfortunately, I don't really have any use for that yet. But it probably won't hurt to buy it up. Especially since I don't need much else. So we still need 5 consignments of literature. do need to offload that. So I think we'll deposit it in London, Clockwork Sun, and then down to Walbury Juxtamare. Or Clockwork Sun, London. Clockwork Sun, London works a bit better, I think. In this place that is two places, the sky remembers the sea. This was only ever a place to pass through, never a destination. Bitter cold rhymes every surface. A merciless wind passes without effort through even your sky suit, your flesh, your lungs. You'll not stay here long. Let's go this way, yes. Pardon you. Some deliciousness. What did you find? There's something off this way. Valuable crew indeed. People who are indeed not at all to be thrown to the wolves at the first sign of danger. 55%, we'll give it a shot. Well, we failed. That's okay. Damn scornflakes. Create the wrath of heaven. As you look into the spasming remains of a scorn fluke, you remember an idea that has seethed in your dreams of late. A contrivance, no, a weapon. This will give you a large weapon that you can equip while in dock or sell to an equipment shop. Interesting. Failure. Dang. It's unhuman music rages and sobs. The polyphonic scream brings your crew to shuddering tears. Discipline keeps them working. They are careful to maintain distance from the oozing grey exudate. Yet an expulsion of viscous flesh spatters a Stukka. It is several hours before he stops shouting, the fury passing as abruptly as it began. Risky, but necessary. I wonder if I can make it through here to the Serene Mausoleum. Ooh, some junk. I like junk. Got some crockery. Doesn't really look like it, unfortunately. Well, you never know. Oh, yes. To the mausoleum. A waste of sky, a crewman mutters. Good for nothing but dumping the dead. Ah, some ministry-approved literature. It's always nice to have, especially when I have a prospect forest. I wonder if the dead have any food to offer. I'll take fuel at this point. Either one works. An opportunity of literature, you say? I need a favor to... Maybe... Okay, well we can maybe do that. Write a report. We're getting there. We must try and get some more time with her, you know. Romance her daughter a little bit. Perhaps sell her off to some sort of, you know, political marriage as it would be. Ah, well that's fine. Now I can buy some 5 ministry-approved literatures. Good. The remnants of a martyred sun smolder below the mausoleum. And I failed. That's going to increase my terror, isn't it? Yep. The burnished light of the clockwork sun gleams on the window. You raise a hand to your brow and squint. Through the gold-flecked glass you can make out the shattered bulk of Albion's former sun far below. When Her Majesty's armies entered Albion, they conquered the territory by slaying its son. A weapon of appalling power was built for the task. the proof of which is the smoking, ash-clogged remains below. The sun is quenched, and in its absence, London has built its own. Well, I am afraid we must be going now. Oh no, my munitions, my tea. I needed supplies, and I came here and picked up a bunch of junk I don't need. Which does, unfortunately, leave me with nothing left, which means I must return to London. Oops. I must risk terror to do it. Because I can put all this stuff in the bank. Only 2 courses at dinner if I must. Yes, Your Majesty, you're greatly welcomed if you could spare some food. An engineer cries out, her voice hoarse as a professional mourner. It's gone, she points through one of the stained glass windows. A star, it winked out. You look through the glass. Stars burn upon the firmament. The specific patch of sky she's pointing to is indeed empty, but you couldn't say if a star had been there before. Ah, good. We succeeded. Make a show of asking the conductor to lend the panicked engineer his spectacles. Her comrades laugh, perhaps too eagerly. I need mining to get that one's repairs. Maybe I'll get some fuel. Run roll of thirsty bombazine. Clottingdale Cemetery. I'm really riding this one close. Crewman lets out a hacking cough and the smog has found its way in. Precious little fuel left and we're right there. Now that's what I call by the skin of my teeth. Oh, come, I'm not adrift. I'm right there. Oh, fine. I was literally docking, and you do this to me, game. How absolutely ridiculous. Ooh, that'll be 300 sovereigns, though. It's quite a lot. Aha, full crew. Fresh crew for the meat grinder. Now I can store all this stuff that I don't actually need. And buy some more fuel. Well, I suppose I could sell off some of the stuff here, actually. Like the bombazine and the munitions. I don't need them anywhere else. Yet. In fact, I can sell off all but 3 of the tea. So we can deliver that to the sun. I think there's anything else I'd need. Yes, alright, very good. Let's see. I do need to lose this terror though. I think that probably a trip to Welbury Juxtamare would be in... But I don't think I can make it. Oh well, I'm just gonna have to run the gauntlet. I'll hope for something to reduce my terror. Throne of Hours. Oop, that didn't work out. The Clockwork Sun's probably not too good. I suppose going to the Reach maybe would be my best bet. I need to get to Magdalene's and fast, but I'll only gain a nightmare, which probably won't be too terrible. Ah well, that was predictable. Oh, it crashed. That was weird. Okay, so it's taking us back to St. Dominic Station. That was odd. I haven't had it crash that hard before. It's had stutters, but never a full crash. Oh well. Still not in a good spot. There's something I can do here. Let's repair. There we go. $300 sovereigns. Oh, I do need an invitation to Perderance, I believe. I've got 3 of them now, that's good. Not really anything I can do about this terror, though, is there? Well, I suppose I'll just have to succeed at the skill check. And you just have to make for Welbury Juxtamare as well. It doesn't work well because it's so far away, I'll never make that. I wonder if the bit between might be a good place. Little Nice might do it. Such high nightmares, though. really? Can't afford a misplay at this point. I'll take the nightmares, I'd just rather survive. Such is the nature of the sky, I guess. We don't want to end game, though. Oh well. Such as it is. We shall make a new lineage. That's not bad. I keep my Searing Enigma, my Vision of the Heavens, my two Cryptic Benefactors, my Unlicensed Chart, 3,957 sovereigns. Who were we this time? Yes, I think a street urchin fits. Close-knit band that occupied a haunted rookery, worst part of the city. What do we want this time? All we want is an urchin as wealth, yes. What airs shall we put on? A good strong chin. I think just a simple sir will do. I actually can't remember what we were up to. Zinthar the 7th, I think? 9th? I think it was like Zinthar 10 is what we're up to now. Zinthar the 10th. $25 veils, 17 hearts, 10 mirrors, 10 iron. Shall continue on. Let's see, take a facet. Ah, yes. We'll start off by taking Scarred. Death did indeed leave its mark. An engine accident, a breached pipe, a jet of scalding steam. You spent a week on the brink, trapped in the boiling dreams. The scars are still livid on your skin. Let's see what other facets can we take. Yes, we did spend most of our life on the hard streets of London. Take veils and hearts. Five hearts, 3 iron. Take a condemned experiment in a... yeah, we'll take the condemned experiment, I think. We really need to up our mirrors. Three. Take another facet. A lost love. That'll get us a nice moment of inspiration. Like a gnawing ache, a hole in the heart. Another facet. Steam and soot. 5 iron and 3 veils. The disgraced predecessor. Probably worth getting that affiliation Bohemia. Yes, we will be a sneaksman. And we arrive at St. Dominic's Station. It's in the bazaars. Gemstones for the mausoleum. Celestial glass to Walbury. We'll take both of those. No, we need a weapon. Yes, we can absolutely fit that. I need more iron. Small and a small. That's a large, isn't it? Yeah. We'll try that one then. What other weapon? Maybe we should just buy 2 of these. It's a shame I can't use them. The uninvited. Well, let's sell that back, I guess. And the black jape, since I can't use it yet. Well, I'm not above some smuggling. Wit and vinegar. Visit the Midnight Rose at Titania to learn why their deliveries of red honey have slowed. The middleman is nursing the same glass of beer he began the evening with. Ah, sir. To claim it is a good evening would be duplicitous, but it is at least an evening, and here you are in it. He waits until you sit. My employer can open a profitable door for you. There are goods that Her Majesty's government do not want to see bought or sold. Prohibition begets scarcity. Scarcity begets profit. One example of this contraband is red honey, gathered by the Midnight Rose at Titania. Unfortunately, the supplies have dried up. Prove your value. Find out why and fix the problem. Well, let's stock up on some fuel and some supplies. See how much of this map I actually have to work with. Ah, quite a lot. In fact, I think I should spend my time making port reports at those places, and then coming back. What prospects do I have? Gemstones for the Memoriam. 5 casts of Neverantine gemstones are required. It's a grand mule to depict the blood, the sweat, and the tears of the mausoleum. Where's the northeast of London? 5 of them. It's going to be expensive to pick up. Should be fairly easy to do. I know where the mausoleum is. They sell stained glass there usually. Collect reports from Albion and turn them in here to receive rewards. Okay. Trade favor, blah 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 blah, surrender contraband. Okie dokie. The Office of Works is a bustling bureaucratic enigma. Behind its red-bricked flanks toil numberless clerks and surveyors. What mysteries lurk within its memoranda, its chits and receipts? What exactly are its eponymous works? No one is sure, but in a drafty loading bay, an unflappable foreman purchases supplies to complete outstanding work orders. I can offer my services. 2 caddies of dried tea and a vision of the heavens. Okay. I only need 2 caddies of dried tea. Now I could blame it and just Very well. Onward to the serene mausoleum. I thought that was a shortcut. It is most definitely not. That's a powerful little weapon. I enjoy that. It's a little bit hot though. It's a tiny opening. Kensington Station is tucked into a side chapel. An elderly footman is lighting candles while waiting to guide visitors into the mausoleum proper. Lighting a fresh taper, which he carries in a silver holder, the footman leads you through a narrow arch and down a winding spiral stair. You can hear weeping close by, but the echo makes it hard to discern the source. Soon after, you hear a sharp burst of laughter and music. Occasionally you can make out the rumble of what the footman confirms to be the London Acropolis Railroad far below. At the very bottom is an oak-panelled door. The footman unlocks the door, bows, and departs. An introduction and a warning. She has you fill out a form indicating your profession, age, usage of hours, and confirm your legal status as alive. The Prince Consort's tomb is exceedingly popular. To prevent congestions, donations are requested. The greater the donation, the longer you will be allowed to gaze upon the sepulchre. If one is fortunate enough to garner the attention of one of the deathless, one must be respectful and only speak when spoken to. It does not do for the living to linger along among the dead. Ah, that's good to hear, Maze Hughes. It's always good to transfer and being able to enjoy it, as opposed to transferring and just having random awful people. That will reduce terror, but that's fine. Now, how much stained glass do I need? 5 stained glass. Buy that up. Buy 1 fuel. And then we shall be on our way. Let's see how much south we can get out of this before we just run into some random blockage. Graves, graves as far as you can see. The Skyfarer's grave with a tale of their journeys. Doing okay there, buddy? Seems to be going at warp speed. I knew it. Nope, time to run. Must be a guest engine. No desire to sit here and get eaten by that. Do not have the firepower to deal with it either. Only have this thing. Very pathetic, really. Nope, not going near that. Well, we're going to have a little bit of... about 6,000 sovereigns. We could probably hit it in a couple of sessions. Shouldn't take too long to grind that much. That's pretty much what I'm going to focus on, is getting the Moloch class. Oh, a cantankery. Hey, no, no, bad. That's free money. Ooh, uncanny specimen. Yes, please. Nice. The fog. Yikes. Ooh, I'm very close to dead already. Workers in neat uniforms guide your locomotive to rest. Tourist engines rest alongside trading engines, crews, trade gossip, and delicacies. Signs in block capital letters make it abundantly clear that this is a place for play. Fog rises from below, seeping through the wooden slats of the dock. The crowd waiting in the queue begin to sing a watery, undulating tune of no discernible melody. I gained one crew. Very worth it. There's an otherworldly, an artifact, and 200 experience. Not buy munitions. A finely tailored coat. We shall write a port report. A path to the beach. No trip to Welbury is complete without a jaunt along the beach. The arcade. Nothing on the beach still. No trip to Welbury is complete without a donkey ride, a man in the candy-striped suit bellows, while his donkey drools in a string of iridescent tumours. How can you resist? The donkey you've been assigned is a petite, even-tempered, and heads mostly well-formed. Pity about the one that had failed to correctly bud. It drags along the sand, its flesh and ribbons. You return to the paddock of nervous customers, intact and only moderately traumatized. Welbury Juxtamare is precisely like every other weekend destination, shabbier than advertised and bristling with ways to spend more money than intended. You are threadbare, you are scruffy. 'Tis time to be elsewhere. Very good. Can get some fuel and supplies. May as well buy 2. Make our way to the floating parliament, I guess. Mists began to gather like fairy floss. A distant sprinkle of gas lamps glows through them. Actually, I think returning to London and repairing my locomotive is a better choice. But I think I am going to have to end it here for tonight, unfortunately. Just got no coal. Oh, thank you. Smith's cut.
Oh, rip.
And hello, Mr. Stukka.
Seems I picked the worst time to show up.
Yes, I'm sorry. I do actually have to go as soon as I get back to the to London.
That's a shame.
Yeah, work is calling me, and it's probably something important.
That sucks.
Yeah. Thank you for coming, though. It's always lovely to have you.
Yeah, I do apologize for my lateness. I wasn't sure what was going on. Morning, everyone. You're silly scatterbrained Canadian as usual.
It's all good.
Oh, I wasn't sure I'd be able to make it alive, but here I am.
Nothing too terrible happening, I hope.
On my end, no. Just lack of sleep and just like sheer weight of playing on WVPL 76 a lot.
Ah, yes. I did enjoy our brief interlude into Warhammer 40k Dark Tide. That was pretty good.
Like so much of that game. It's a lot of fun now, though. I can't lie. I think my internet's a little fucky. I'm having to pull down the quality on the stream just to even catch it 1-to-1.
No. I'm just going to quickly repair, and then I'm afraid, everyone, I do have to go.
Well, that may not have to be it. I'm already up. I'm already on here.
Fair enough.
How long's your slot?
As long as you'd like, I think. It tends to be quite long, because not many people are up at this time.
Ah.
Let me just double check that schedule.
I could do that if you want to keep playing.
yeah, you've got another pretty much 3 hours free.
Cool.
So I
Well, I'll put
guess
my brain cells together and I'll play something for you. Is it about? Because Zin's got to leave right now. I could throw something on for 7:30.
that sounds good. I am awfully sorry, everyone. Work is calling. I need to go. Um, till next time, I will catch you then. Bye all.
Take care. See